Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Press TV World News. Now, gunmen have killed at least 7 people at a farm in Nigeria's River State. Latest violence to hit the southern region. The attack, said to have been carried out by a criminal gang or criminal gangs, came 3 days after gunmen killed 16 churchgoers as they're returning from a New Year church service. Police said the farm attackers arrived on a motorcycle and then shot at people before fleeing quickly. Oil-rich but poverty-stricken region is home to several powerful gangs. Now, armed clashes or turf wars often result in the death of civilians. Also on Wednesday, at least 14 people were killed in an explosion at a mosque in Nigeria's northeast. Joining us now out of Baltimore, Maryland for more on this is Lawrence Freeman, African policy expert. Hello, sir. Thanks for joining us back on the program. Mr. Freeman, now, your thoughts. I mean, it seems that there's so many restive areas in this country. Why does security elude the Nigerian government so much?
You have two different situations entirely. I've been in both areas. I mean, in southern Nigeria, you've had militant gangs using oil money to foster their terrorist campaigns now for many years. It did quiet down after a while. And of course, it's a very poor area. In northeast Nigeria, with Boko Haram, we've had a massive displacement of almost 2 million people. And the conditions up there are very, very poor economically. So both areas, although they may have different particulars, reflect the problem that Nigeria has had. It's not simply a security problem. It's an economic problem. If you have people living below $1.90 a day, which you have many millions in Nigeria, then these people can be easily manipulated or become desperate, and they can be used in various terrorist activities. Even though there's been improvement against Boko Haram by the Nigerian government, they have not been able to eliminate the group. And as long as the economic conditions are the way they are, it's unlikely they will eliminate them either in the north, near Lake Chad, or in the south in the River State until the economy of the country improves.
And so is it it all comes down to money, where Abuja cannot address the security concern in the country accordingly?
It's not money. It's lack of physical economic development. People do not have electricity throughout the country. And this is the case. Sub-Saharan Africa has the largest number of people without access to electricity. People don't have adequate food. People don't have jobs. So it's not money going to security. It's the actual economy. The means of existence for the people are so bad, so poor, that they can be manipulated or become desperate enough to take up violent activity. Now, the activity is being instigated, of course, but why are people engaging in it? Because they're desperate and they don't see a future because their conditions are so bad. So it's no security or counterterrorism program. And this is the problem with President Trump's program. There's no counterterrorism program or security program that will work unless it's tied to actually improving the conditions of life for the people. This is the #1 issue for Nigeria. I believe President Buhari knows this. This is the #1 issue for Sub-Saharan Africa. And the United States has turned a blind eye to it over many decades.
Thank you for joining us there out of Baltimore, Maryland, Mr. Lawrence Freeman, African affairs expert.